There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watch Team is here through our latest update on the tropics. We have quite a lot I personally want to talk about when it comes to the SOI. So this is the latest Southern Oscillation Index values, which basically indicate and show with what we have in terms of La Nina developing. The higher this number is, the stronger the La Nina is. We might be maybe evening off a little bit, but generally seeing what we're doing with this SOI. The SOI seems generally pretty high. Again, this is where we're at. The higher that number is, the stronger the La Nina is. And with the La Nina, this is what we have right now. The La Nina is generally, we're seeing a very strong La Nina right now. Very, very, very cold sea surface temperatures anomalies. You can see we're right around in this area, right off the coast of South America. The sea surface temperature is so far below average. They're actually in the purple, which we're talking 2, 3, 3.5 in some areas degrees below average. And the darker that we'll get to 4. And if we ever reach 5 degrees below average, that is it's incredible at that point. So we are seeing at least 2.5 to 3 degrees below average along the region just to the west of South America. So very, very cold sea surface temperature anomalies. When you get the La Nina, you'll usually see warmer sea surface temperatures in the North Atlantic, which in this area we generally have warmer sea surface temperatures. Gulf of Mexico is warning above average, as you can clearly see. We're actually going to zoom in on that region. And I want to talk a little bit about the Gulf of Mexico and see where we're looking at there. A little spot here or there of at, near, or below average is, there. The Gulf Stream is just crazy. I mean, you got the Gulf Stream comes up through here. We got extremes of both sides. Extremely hot above average, and then you have extremely cold below average. So, you have, extremely above and extremely below. That was the wrong one. And that's something that I'm certainly watching and looking at and closely monitoring. So if you take a look for the Gulf of Mexico in this region, you can clearly see, look at that. Alright, we do have above average sea surface temperatures there. Again, we need to closely monitor this. The warmer these sea surface temperatures are, the more dangerous it's really going to get for the hurricane season, for the 22 North Atlantic hurricane season, which is just in about 30 days. June 1st, 2022 is going to mark the start of the hurricane season, and that's really what we're going to be watching here. And generally, when we get into the start of the hurricane season, we'll notice activity and really look for activity here in the Caribbean. Now, for the past 6 years, 2016, all right, we had Hurricane Alex, and pretty much every year since 2016, there's been a storm outside before June 1st, and we're just gonna see, is that gonna happen? Well, we got very warm sea surface temperatures in the north, in the Gulf of Mexico, above average, that's for sure. I do want to actually take a look at, this can be the wrong one, isn't it? Oh no, we're good, okay. The sea surface temperatures just for the Gulf of Mexico alone. Sea surface temperatures are warming up nicely. We do got 24 degrees centigrade, maybe 23.5, 23.8 degrees centigrade up there. We do have 27 degrees centigrade running right in this area. 27, even 28 degrees centigrade. We're looking way down in this region, along the Mexican shoreline right down there. Maybe even 28, 29 degrees right down here. So, it's very, it's warming up very, very quickly and very, very nicely. And so we're looking and watching what we have here. I'm actually going to zoom in on this. Give me a second. Perfect, there we go. See that a little bit better. So this is just really what we're looking at right here, and that's what I'm watching right in this region. Very, very warm sea surface temperatures. That kind of shows that the Gulf of Mexico is warming up very nicely and getting prepared for a hurricane season. Given what we're seeing here, it's going to be bad, in my opinion. I mean, just looking at the La Nina, it's not looking too good. I do want to go and look at the Indian Ocean here very, very shortly. I do want to also take another look at the water temperatures. Again, this is it's just absolutely incredible. The Gulf of Mexico more specifically I want to look at. You can really just see across the entire Gulf of Mexico. It is extremely warm in this region. And I think that from there is going to expand out here. And then this down here is going to expand north. Which you can already see, this is expanding north. And this has expanded a little bit. This was more concentrated and much more shallower. Just like this, roughly. And I do think as this warms up, you know, this is the upper Texas coast is going to warm up very nicely. And literally next week, I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, they're forecasting 97 degrees Fahrenheit here in southeast Texas. And as these temperatures get warmer, I mean, we were seeing, you know, 60s, 70s, 50s were really nice. Then, boom, we went right on past by, we skipped spring and now we're here at summer where temperatures are in the 90s, even mid-90s, and possibly even the upper 90s, and probably peaking and reaching close to 100 degrees once we get towards June. And so the temperature warming up very quickly. You know, these water temperatures up here are still very, very, very cool. If you were to get an onshore flow here along the immediate Texas coastline right here, and even up through here, you get that cool, warm, that air moving through. It might actually cool off the coastline because you got that air hits that water and immediately cools it down because that water is still in the mid 70s. So even if it's 90, you get that air coming in, that onshore breeze might actually cool the air down. So that's what we're looking at right now, and it's not looking the best given what we're seeing. I do want to move over to look at the northern Indian Ocean because I do know we're looking for some potential of tropical activity in that area, and that's something I do want to closely monitor. Actually, I want to just go to India. I'll just stay Indian Ocean and actually talk about the development of this system here. As you can see right there, 970, 960. So that's certainly a system that we're closely going to be monitoring. I actually want to zoom in on that area. On the... I don't know, I meant to hit regions. Regions, India, and that is the area we're watching in terms of development. The region tends to be very, very broad as it first starts off, but as that consolidates and tightens and gets closer and tighter together, the air pressure is going to drop quickly, and we might actually see some rather weakening prior to landfall. We do see peaks at about 966, 970, 967 might be its strongest. But clearly you can really see lots of heavy rain generally to the south. There might be some northerly wind shear here, which is what's causing the most of the convection to be towards the south a little bit. In terms of winds, I meant to do wave heights. The waves are going to be something significant, at least. You know, this is wave height. This isn't storm surge. I don't really want to look at anything else, really. But that's generally, you can actually see where the general eye and the region of calm activity is at. Just do this alone, but I do think as it gets really close to the shoreline, it's going to kind of fall apart. Can definitely see the eastern eye wall, generally where we would think the eye wall would be right through here. The waves are generally much higher, at least 25, maybe as high as 27 feet high. So generally seeing very, very high waves, and I do think this is going to bring lots of flooding along this immediate coastline of eastern India there. I do want to take a look at, in terms of how much rain they could get, I want to take a look at over 24-hour period of accumulated precipitation It does seem generally consolidated in one small area. It doesn't seem to be super big, but that might change. It does seem, sometimes on hurricanes here in the United States, you'll see hurricanes, but the amount of energy that it produces is really large, and so it spreads out a lot of rain over a significantly larger area. Definitely similar with what we saw with Hurricane Harvey there in 2017. This definitely seems to be more of a smaller area with what we see here. But generally, 100 millimeters. Is this millimeters? 100 millimeters, probably at around 200 to 250 millimeters of rain along this coastline of India, right in this small area right here. I think that the flooding is going to be a problem, but it seems to move through rather quickly. Now there's going to be flooding left over for sure, in my opinion. You can kind of see the region of thunderstorm activity. I do actually want to take a look at the total accumulated precipitation, just so I have an idea. Really, what are we looking at here? Just kind of shows you the line of where it's at. So I do think 150, 200 millimeters, maybe 250 millimeters in that portion of India. Flooding in this area is going to be a big problem and a big issue, mainly because it's going to be producing a lot of rain. Right? Actually, if I, what the fuck is happening? So this is going to be producing a lot of rain, as you can clearly see right here. Lots of heavy rain for sure. I'm actually going to go back to tropical tidbits. Index 90W doesn't seem to be doing too much right now. Here's Index 90W. Just gonna talk about this right now. Why is it so far over? Not doing anything. So with what we're able to see right here, you can clearly see that there's some convection to the south, convection to the north a little bit, mainly to the north and to the east, away from the center circulation, but this doesn't seem to be doing anything in terms of really developing into anything. It just seems like a tropical wave that has stalled and has produced a lot of rain. That's about it. Really, things to take away from this stream. If you live in the Indian region on the next several hundred hours, not 100 hours, but in the next week or so, be prepared. Because we will be watching for the a tropical disturbance developing. We'll be watching that tropical disturbance developing. We'll give you latest updates. We are also working on a Patreon account for the Hurricane Watch Team. If you want to donate if you want to give money. We'll be setting it up. Hopefully have it ready by the end of this weekend. Oh wait, it is. I think it's Monday. I've been going to work. So the future schedule for the Hurricane Watch Team channel. I will be doing live streams Monday and Wednesday. The other days I'm actually going to work 7, 8, 10, 11 hours a day. And right now that is what we're seeing. We see this right through here. Possibly a cold front. I'll have to look at the upper level pattern just to have a better idea of what we're looking at with this system right here moving its way eastward. Definitely a lot of convection, as y'all can clearly see. While we're doing that, I'm actually going to move to severe weather a little bit. Just want to talk a little bit about severe weather. See really what we're looking at. It's loading. Maybe. There we go. Subscription expires May 7th. It's okay. Shouldn't it renew it? I don't know if it renews it automatically. No, I don't want to download a new thing. Okay, here we go. So as you can see here, here's the upper level low right here. I'm actually going to zoom this in all the way because it's bothering me just a teeny tiny bit. I don't know why, but for whatever reason it is. Actually, that's the upper level low right here. I'm going to do this, move this, make this way come right on it through. So we have a cell right here at Oklahoma City. It's making its way through Oklahoma City right now. I'm going to actually turn off the satellite and turn on radar so we have an idea of what we're looking at. Oh, thank God there's one close by. I do want to just talk a little bit about severe weather across the United States because I do have WSV3 and I might as well use it because I am paying every month for it. So here we go. Once this gets going up and loading, why is radio data off? Radio data off. Here we go. It's not working. I don't know why. This is slightly annoying. Give me radar. Work. There we go. So as y'all can clearly see, definitely got some energy down here. Up to a 1/4 inch size of hail right here. This is to the north and to the east of Little Rock. Here, Little Rock right down here. To the north and to the east in this direction, as you can clearly see. Lots of convection, lots of deep thunderstorm activity, as you can see here near Heber Springs. I also want to read this out. It's a special weather statement with winds gusting up to 40 miles an hour. I do think if it's above 58 miles an hour, they will actually give it a severe thunderstorm warning. So in terms of timing, all right, I'm going to take a look at the timing with this. Actually, I'm going to bring this back up. So what we got here. In terms of severe weather, there's a moderate risk and effect. Let's actually take a look at that. I should probably stay on track. Oh, Jesus Lord. Wait, stop. Stop. That. Moderate risk in this region, okay. Let's see what they're saying. Heavy rainfall across this entire portion right here. Alright. What? There we go. Okay. I'm kind of curious what they're showing in terms of probability of tornado. I have 15% probability of tornadoes right here. In terms of hail. Oh wow, a 30% chance of damaging hail. Wind, 45%. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Significant tornado, wow. What percentage is this? It doesn't say, but it's hatched. Significant hail. And then significant wind. Wow, this is... Yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting as we take a look here in the next several hours as we watch this succumb to probably severe activity here. What are we looking at here in terms of this? I'm kind of curious. In terms of severe weather, we could be dealing with possibly some severe weather. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, well, we got little cells all over the place here. Multiple cells popping up left and right. Why isn't it doing anything? I don't know, it takes a while sometimes. Alright, we do have several cells developing right in this region right now. Slick. That's a slick name. No. So nothing super severe, but lots of heavy rain definitely developing for this region. This is again to the east of Oklahoma City. I want to take a look at I'm kind of curious to see what we got in terms of base velocity, any kind of rotation. Green is towards, red is away. Nothing here. I think the stronger ones are away. It gets complicated. I think closer towards it's more sweet. Cause we know there's not no 50 mile/hour wind out here. I actually like to take a look at the estimated hail size just so we have an idea of what we're looking at. But from what I'm able to understand, the estimated hail size, the mean estimated hail size is very, very small too, if even existent. So clearly we do have possibly some hail trying to develop down here. The darker that red going into purple could actually show some hail. We're going to be doing some severe weather and some tropical weather. Mainly because I just literally looked. There's no one on the thing, so I'm going to take these off. Quite literally, we're going to do severe weather in this stream and a little bit of tropical weather because I didn't realize we have a moderate risk for areas of northern Oklahoma right now. And given what we're seeing, I think it's important to cover this because it's actually affecting, this is just to the east of Oklahoma City. Very small towns in this area. We're waiting to see if any of these get severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, the reason we're actually covering this so early, I'm probably going to do another stream later today, mainly because we got to wait for the daytime heating. Alright, the convective available potential energy. It's already broken the cap. Alright, there's already thunderstorms developing. And as the daytime heating continues, I think we're going to see more thunderstorm activity. And I do think this is going to get significantly worse throughout the day. Because, look at this. This could possibly be beginning maybe a super tiny hail core. Nothing super significant. Something right here. That's something I'm watching right now. Something I'm certainly watching right there. As I'm watching, we could be seeing some hail try to possibly develop in that area. I wouldn't be surprised the heavier that rain comes on, there could be a strong updraft in this cell right here. There could be a significantly stronger updraft, which certainly means that. Please don't crash on me. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. What up? Okay, we're good. So certainly seeing the fact that we're seeing this right here, that could be the development of some small hail. Now I have already looked at hail. It doesn't show to have any hail in this region. I thought that was hail for a second. It's a lake. Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of hail at this point in time. Development, but possibly development of hail is possible soon, probably. Now, one thing I am actually very worried about, because we're really close to Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City is a major city, probably over 1 million people, I assume. It's a major city. I'm going to automatically assume, so I'm actually going to look at the special weather statements. Not seeing any hail over here, where they are showing here at the special weather statement here. They're not showing any kind of hail. Any of these areas. Nothing. Not at all. So I'm going to go back to the local radar, take a look. So as you can see over here, this is Tulsa, Oklahoma. We all know what happened in Tulsa back several years ago. That made the Tulsa, Oklahoma tornado, the Moore, Oklahoma tornado. You know, these tornadoes are bad. They get bad. Oh, we got hail down there. I believe this is hail. This is a hail signature. Possibly some small hail down here. There it is. Half an inch of hail or smaller. I'm going to go to the Little Rock, Arkansas radar site, see what we're looking at over here in terms of that. But yeah, that could be some hail developing, was it down here, I believe? That could be, what's a filled in triangle? The triangle that's filled in versus the one that's not. Hail. Oh, it has a higher hail probability, I think. Because this shows probability of 20% and then probability of 60%. I think that's the difference. I probably just sound like an idiot. But certainly seeing some heavier rain. Some of these are starting to turn into some hail probabilities right now. The possibility of hail developing is now becoming much greater now because we're starting to see, okay, we got okay, so I'm going to actually go and take a look at hail. Oh, there it is, 0.3 of an inch. This is to the south and to the west of Panberg. And again, close to half an inch of hail, which is, that's starting to get pretty decent. That's more than a quarter size of hail. I don't know why I keep zooming out so far. I'm actually curious. If a tornado touches down, what is it called? Downdraft. Not what I meant to click on, not what I meant to click on. I forgot this thing. There's this thing, and it's so you can see the difference, things that are so close to similarity versus things that are super unsimilar, and the lower the similarity, like it's, basically it detects, foreign objects in the atmosphere. And it helps with understanding if there's a tornado on the ground. Was it a CC? Ah, CC, that's what it is. 98, 99. So I guess if you go up here, I saw 100.2. Too similar. On the Pro mode, you can also click on the map and then the exact values will remain on each screen. So this could be some hail up through here. I bet you there could be a possibility of some hail in this area. Okay, wait, I'm curious. I'm gonna do something right here. Some hail. Then why is it so off? And I'm trying to do something. It's not making much sense. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Oh, estimated hail size. Now, has this gotten any bigger? It has. It's gotten up to half an inch in diameter. So now they're saying it's a quarter of an inch. Now, we're finding hail in this area of half an inch in diameter. Now, in case you're curious of where this is at, this is well to the northeast of Little Rock, well to the northeast, near Augusta, south of Cave City. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that hail core. I gotta see this on radar. 1.5 inches in diameter. Now I think if it's over 2 inches in diameter, it can be severe thunderstorm warned. Is it 2 or 2.5 inches? I'm not sure. I don't think I remember. I believe. Oh, is this severe thunderstorm warned? No, it's a special weather statement. For a second, severe thunderstorm warned. So I'm actually going to click, click, and then go back to reflectivity. I want to see what this. Where was this at? Man, I forgot where the hail core was at. Oh, was this it? So this one specific cell. Now, why is it pink? See, I've noticed sometimes they're red, sometimes they're purple, or sometimes they're pink. Is it because it's got hail in it? Now, that might be a possibility. This has hail in it. Let's see the difference. Yeah, that one's red, so it's just a regular thunderstorm. And this one's pink because it's got hail, right? God, I need to learn more. I'm just like, ooh, is it pink because it has hail? Is it this? Is it that? I'm going to activate the live scan so we get more 1/4 of an inch. Still a special weather statement. I'm going to actually move back to over here. I'm curious to see what this one is showing now, if there's any hail. If there was, I'd have special weather statements. Probably. That's actually one of the things I don't like. It takes so long. Oh my god. I actually am not even looking at the chat right now because I'm being less lazy than I should be right now. Alright, there we go. No one's in the chat. Discord. So the icons with the triangles show hail. Right, okay. I know the icons with triangles. Okay, let me just go back to this one right quick. That one. That one's not really doing anything. So the ones with the triangles, so there's a green triangle that is not filled in. You have a green triangle that is filled in, and then you have the other triangles that have numbers. The ones that have numbers, I believe, are the size of the hail. The ones that are filled in show that there is significantly larger percentage of hail. So now, that's my understanding. See this one? It's a filled in green triangle. This one is not. Does that mean the ones with green hail? The green hail. Jesus Christ. The ones that are green and filled in, do they have a higher probability? Because that's one of the things I have noticed. High probability? Lower probability. 20%. 50%? Or 50? Half an inch of hail? Why can't I not speak? Ugh. The not filled in small hail. The not filled in is small hail. Filled in is 1 inch or half an inch, I believe. And then there's numbers for higher hail. Yeah, there's numbers for higher hail. I did see one. There was a Texas severe weather outbreak, and it was like showing 2 and 3 inches of hail, and I was like, ooh, interesting. But yeah, we are watching this right here. Once again, I do want to bring this up once again. This is very, very important in knowing what we're looking at. Man, I want to go and just... because I know if I leave this here, it's going to shut off. And freeze. And I wish there was a way to disable that from happening, because I'm like, I don't care how much shit it uses. It could use all my data. It could use all the data ever. I don't care how much it uses. You know, like, I'm here trying to do weather videos. And you're like, oh my god, so frustrating. So just so we know, this here is in the green. You have the yellows, the oranges, and the reds. And I'm just sort of curious, what are the reds? How bad are these storms going to be in northern? Now, this does seem, Tulsa seems to be right in the heart of it. Bartsville, Ean, Oklahoma City seems to be to the south, but they're still probably going to get some severe weather. I'm actually going to go to the National Weather Service right now and see what they're saying, or the Storm Prediction Center, I should say. Intense severe tornadoes are possible. So yeah, Tulsa, Stillwater, and Bartsville are all in this. Muskogee. No, not Muskogee. Muskogee. I don't know. So this is what the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center. Public Severe Weather Outlook, National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, Norman, Oklahoma, at 7:46 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Monday, May 2nd, 2022. Severe thunderstorm is sprinkled over parts of the central and southern Great Plains this afternoon and tonight. Northern half of Oklahoma, far extreme South Kansas. So, oh God, talk about extreme. Generally, southern portions of Kansas are going to get it, and even into Joplin, Missouri. Even Missouri, Kansas City could get some thunderstorms. St. Joseph might just get some rain showers. You know, Kansas City could get some thunderstorms for sure. Widespread damaging winds, some hurricane force. Now, hurricane force are winds excess of 74 miles an hour, which means more or bigger. So several tornadoes, some large and scattered hail up to baseball size, which is several inches in diameter. Like, I want to say 6, but that's like this. That's, you know, a baseball. You know, they're big. They'll put holes in they'll put giant dents in your car. Intense severe thunderstorms are expected across portions of northern Oklahoma and far southern Kansas, mainly between and around 3 to 11 p.m. Central Time. Tornadoes are likely, a few of which could be strong, along with widespread damaging winds and very large hail. Now, in terms of what you know how to do to prepare for it, review your severe weather safety procedures for the possibility of dangerous severe weather today. Stay tuned to the NOAA Weather Radio. Now again, this, you know, if severe thunderstorm warning is issued for your area, move to a place of safety, ideally in an interior room or the lowest floor of a sturdy building. This was from Graham's today. Meteorologist, I assume. The National Weather Service Storm Protection Center. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very multimedia is awesome. Okay, I see that. So that is what is up. All right, that is what's why we're so worried. Now this is gonna take some time because we gotta wait for the daytime heating to happen. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the severe weather in Oklahoma, even in Arkansas? There's some severe weather happening. So this is what we're looking at right now. I'm going to come here. I have to create the light scan so it's a lot cleaner. There's not all this here. What I can say, let me do Control F, is this is not going to look good. Looking rough. Personally, I don't even know what to do anymore. I wish I could just leave this here. There's Jonesboro. Northeast Lake City Bay. Truman. No, not Truman. I want to just have this here. And not really worry about, I don't know, I want to just leave this going, but I know it's just going to freeze on me. Why is the radar not working? Ugh. There we go. Now, activate light scan. Because I want to go get something to eat, because my parents are at Whataburger right now. And I was just going to go over there and be like, I want food. I want lots of food. I want all the food. And I better head over there before they just leave and I'm there by myself. Well, my dad's there. So I think I'm going to end the stream now and do another update on the severe weather later today, because we got quite a lot to talk about for the severe weather outbreak. So, God, now I got to turn this down. But that's me for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll be doing more live coverage and more updates on the severe weather in Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Stay tuned. We will talk to you all later. Stay safe. And with all that being said,